Good evening, guys. A happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I've got another day of being productive down. I was, again, very productive today. I edited 4 vlogs. I uploaded the 4 that I had edited yesterday. I did dishes and laundry, and I also cleaned the kitchen, which I've not cleaned the kitchen in a bit of time, so it was like, it took a while to kind of get everything clean. Like, if it gets done every single week, you know, it's just sort of like, you know, lighter spot cleaning sort of stuff that has to get done. You know, I take like all the grates off the, you know, the stove top, and, you know, sort of just clean inside of the oven and the microwave and stuff like that. But it had been a little while since it had really been cleaned. Me and my mom actually both together were cleaning this stove top, but like already again, it was maybe, I honestly think it was after Christmas that we did it. It was probably maybe a little bit over a week ago, or maybe it was like right before Christmas or something like that. So like maybe 2 weeks ago. But it was already like there was stuff like caked on there, and I was like, I mean, like I cook and like or bake in the oven, like I use the stove or oven probably 2 to 3 times a day myself. And so again, stuff kind of gets messy. I got upset too because I ended up making risotto for myself afterwards, like after I was done cleaning, and I wasn't watching the pot well enough, and it ended up boiling over, and I was like, great, I just cleaned this thing, and now there's a little mess where it's boiled over. So I gotta clean that up again tomorrow, because it was just too hot, or maybe I can do it tonight. But I stayed really on top of dishes and laundry today, which I've been really happy about, or like this week pretty much, and also too with my editing and uploading and everything like that as well. It's been really good. So I stayed up late again to watch the Bulls game because it's almost midnight, but yeah, the after show's on, like, or post game show is on right now. I'm playing the Kings tonight, so they're in a different time zone, everything like that. So the game didn't start until 9 o'clock tonight. It was 9:30 yesterday. So it's a little earlier today than it was yesterday. And Friday's game, I think, is supposed to be at 9 o'clock too. So like there's a couple of late night games I'm not looking forward to. But I gotta, like, I'm looking at the Bulls, like they're probably out of like the Chicago teams, I feel like, especially the ones I follow, because I don't really follow the Sox. But out of the teams, you know, the Chicago teams that I follow, I feel like they're the most, like, you know, they can only, you know, they can only go up from here sort of thing. I mean, they could probably be worse, but you know, like, I feel like they're definitely trending in the right direction. So also too, guys, my hair is, I don't know what happened. It was in some type of bun this morning, and I don't know, when I was cleaning, it must have just all started flying out. But anyways, yeah, the Bulls, I feel like, are like trending in the right direction, and like, you know, good, you know, like management starting to get good, coaching, like, you know, players and stuff like that. It seems like, I mean, everybody's like young players and stuff like that too, and like, you know, yesterday's game was like huge. They ended up losing tonight though, so I only get mad when I stay up for late games when it wasn't worth it. Like, I'm like, oh, they lost. Like, yesterday's game was totally worth it. Today's, I was like, oh, they lost. So anyways, the one thing I didn't get to, I think I was telling you guys, was that I wanted to try and go to like Walgreens and CVS maybe tonight, which didn't end up happening. And then what I'm thinking though is that we might just go to those 2 stores on Saturday for the last day of the deal, and then go again on Sunday as well, just because that's when the new week sales start. And I want to try and get into the habit of, when I have my, like, you know, the deals that I want to do and stuff like that in the stores that I want to shop at, into the, like, rotation and the routine of going to them when and where, I guess, if that makes sense, like which day and to which stores. So like, since Walgreens and CVS's ads start on Sunday, I don't normally want to be going the last day of the sales. I want to try and go the first day of the sales. So that's why I want to try and, like I said, go on Sundays normally. So that's why I'm going to try and get myself like into that rotation. But if I would miss this week's sales if I just decided, oh, I'll just skip them and wait till Sunday to go shopping, because this week's sales are running right now. But it's a little tough just because my uncle's funeral is tomorrow. And so then today my dad and I think Matthew ended up running out to Kohl's because they needed to get a couple of like dress clothes things. I don't know if somebody needed a tie or shoes or pants or something. Somebody didn't have something or it didn't fit or something. And then my mom actually ended up running out to what was that, to Goodwill. She went to go get the flowers, I think, from Flower Shop. I think that was where she went. I can't remember. And then she ended up going to Goodwill and actually found me a dress and a little, like, sweater thing, too, because my biggest thing is that I'm scared I'm going to be freezing cold, just because I'm normally cold. I'm normally all bundled up and stuff like that. And so, you know, most of the dresses that I have are, like, spring, summer sort of dresses. I don't have a lot of, like, dark dresses either. I mean, most of the stuff is all like real bright flowery kind of, you know, floral dresses and stuff like that, and I feel like that's not very funeral appropriate. And so I don't have, like I said, a little bit more darker or just like solid color like dresses or clothing or really anything like that either. So my mom actually found me this really nice like sort of dress with like quarter length sleeves, and it's decently long too, not super long, but also not like a short dress either. Like a lot of my spring dresses are shorter, so again, you know, there's snow out on the ground and I prefer to not have to deal with that in, like I said, the middle of winter. Then a little like sweater sort of thing as well that I think maybe they are also 3/4 sleeves or something like that, but like it goes longer than the dress underneath, and I think it looks like okay together. And then I'm gonna wear my favorite, the only pair of heels that I have ever really owned ever really wore. They are really comfortable. Like honestly guys, I'm gonna be sad one day when something happens to them because these are the only kind of pair of like heels that I have ever worn. And I remember too, for my government class in high school, we would have to dress up like in nice like business attire and stuff like that. I wore those shoes all day in high school. Like mind you, we spent like I think the first half of the day in like the class, you know, sort of or whatever, and then the second half we went back to like our regular classes, and so it's still like walking around the whole school and everything like that, and I was in heels for that. That's how comfortable they are. And also too, they're not like, they're more like wedges, I guess, but like I didn't, you know, wasn't tripping over anything. I wasn't, you know, they were super comfortable and everything like that. Like one day when they get worn out, I don't wear dressy clothes all that often, and I don't, if I do, a lot of times it's sort of like, oh, we're going to a nicer restaurant, I'll just wear flats because nobody's gonna see me, you know, like with my shoes on under the table or anything like that. So it's kind of like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I'm a short person, so yes, I would like to wear heels. I also like to be close to the ground because I am short. So like I said, I have one nice pair of heels that is my only pair of heels, and the only pair that I have ever really worn either too. And that I feel most comfortable and most confident in too. Like I'm not going to break my neck if I wear them either. But that is what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I honestly think, because I think we have to leave by like either 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something like that. I think I'm just going to throw this back on and wear some like sweatbands up until I have to put dress clothes on. Then wind up going, then like I said, be in heels for 5 hours tomorrow, then come back and probably change back into this. So if you guys see me in this multiple times tomorrow, I honestly, by the time we get home, honestly, it might be time for bed. I think it's supposed to be until 8 o'clock, right? Because 3 plus 5 would be 8. So yeah, we'll probably, I think that's when it's over. I think we probably won't be home until 9 o'clock. So I might be ready for bed within the next like hour after that anyway. Yeah, and then also too, I needed to find and make sure that I had a mask that was comfortable to wear for that long, and also wasn't broken, because one of my masks, my favorite one that I've been wearing, which is like the most fitting, I feel like, the elastic though, so there's 2 problems though here. The elastic is super tight, which makes it fit really well on my face, and I really like that, because the other one that I have, that's the one I'm gonna have to wear tomorrow, like, it doesn't, like, it sits like here, and it's like I can't see anything. Like, half of my vision is pretty much tell you guys a story. It happened at Aldi, actually, because I've been wearing this one, like a reusable mask instead of just the disposable ones. So because I feel like, I don't know, I have a small face. Like, I don't know, like, medical ones don't feel like they like fit very well on my face either. I don't know. I just, like I said, I really like this one that I had been wearing, but the elastic on it ended up actually getting stretched out to the point where it broke. But it was really annoying on my ears because of how tight it was. So this newer one that I've been wearing, the straps are too long, and so I have to tie the straps back, and again, it sits like way too far up, like it's almost on my eye when I'm wearing it. And so when I was at Aldi, I went to, you guys saw the like the chuck roast or like pot roast thingy, you know, that we ended up getting. Well, they also had a pork one. I picked up the pork one by accident and was like, oh, I don't want this. I went to go put it back on the little, you know, back on the, like, the meat shelf thing, and I thought that I had put it on the meat shelf, but I wasn't, like, necessarily looking, because again, it was like lower than, you know, like eye height. So I was looking down, I was like, oh, I think I got it, put it on there. The thing completely just fell flat on the ground, and I was like, that was clearly not on a shelf, because I couldn't see, like, I didn't realize, like, I was further back from it than I actually was, and I was like, I just dropped a pork roast right on the ground. Well, actually, it, like, sort of landed on, like, the other ones and started rolling, and I was like, I'm gonna start, like, a meat avalanche over here. So, yeah, like, it ended up, like, hitting the one, and then I, like, caught it in time. So anyways, though, guys, yeah, then ended up picking out the right one, but I was like, this is embarrassing. Everybody's probably staring at me, wondering, like, why I can't put something back on the shelf correctly. Like, why I thought, like, the shelf was so much, like, closer than it actually was to me. So yeah, that one, me and my mom sort of fixed the problem, what I think is the problem. Hopefully it will be okay. I'm still gonna bring my old one, which the thing is that the elastic broke on it, but not the actual, like, it's sort of like a hair tie. So you guys know how, like, a hair tie will, like, it has the elastic, and then it has sort of that, like, fabric coating around the actual elastic. The elastic is what broke, but not the fabric part around the outside. So, like, it's still kind of hanging on, but by literally by a string. And so, like, you know, I don't want to just, like, come flinging off while we're there or anything like that. So I'm gonna bring that one as a backup just in case. But again, the other problem is that the elastic's super tight, and so the only, like, I normally wear that to the grocery store, but again, I'll wear it for the 10-15 minutes that I'm in the grocery store, and then come out and then take it off again. And I've never worn it for, like, that long. The only time I did was when me and my mom one time, like, over the fall, or maybe over the summer, actually, I think, we ran to Goodwill, and we were there for, like, an hour, and that's when it really started to bother me, like digging into my ears. And I know that there's, like, the things you can get or whatever, but the problem with mine is again, the elastic's so tight anyway, that, you know, I'm scared it's gonna break, and I don't have, you know, like, we were like, oh, well, we could go run out and grab one, but my mom actually ordered me new ones, a couple of new, like, reusable ones, and they are not here yet. So that's why I have to settle with something, because, you know, I was like, oh, it's no big deal if I have to wear this one a couple times to the grocery store. I wasn't thinking, again, you're gonna have to go to a funeral that's gonna be 5 hours long, and I'm gonna have to be in a mask, you know. So I think the other thing too is that we'll probably wind up taking breaks, go out to the car, sit out there for a little while and stuff like that. Obviously there's other places too where we can sort of socially distance and, again, take masks off, or, you know, adjust them and stuff like that and whatever. But you know, like I said, normally when I'm in the grocery store, I'll just leave it on for, you know, a handful of minutes, because you guys know I'm like an in and out type of person, so I'll just be in and out, and then, you know, it's fine. But I have never actually had to wear masks so far for an extended period of time, so tomorrow should be a little interesting. And honestly, guys, it almost slightly matches my dress, which is kind of funny too. And my dress is actually more of a darker purple, and this is like a lighter purple, so But, you know, that's what I gotta go with, because that's what I got. I was waiting to finish, actually, this vlog, saving so that I can go take a shower and get to bed. And then was watching, like I said, some of the post game. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe. And I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So, bye, guys.